Welcome back, my good friends. Welcome back. We're burning some daylight here, everybody. Good evening. Good evening to all and to all. An after Halloween spooky night. We're going to see what we can see out here. We are on the famous, now not so famous, Graffiti Highway. I'm just right at the head of it. It's crazy. I definitely should have found it earlier. Wasn't that hard to find, but I was definitely way in the wrong direction. So, was that a snake? No. You can see there's some new graffiti. Now it's Graffiti Rock Mountain here. This should be pretty cool though. You know, these piles used to be just dumped right in isolated piles. And it seems like maybe over the years, people have spread them out and the rain has spread them out. They seem kind of more like globular, you know, but it's pretty cool. It's still pretty cool. We might get to some areas where the old highway kind of shows through. It's possible. The whole thing is about 3/4 of a mile. So we can move along at a decent little click here. Hope everyone's having a good day. Everyone's had a good Saturday. I'm still in Centralia. Yeah, see, look at this. Here's one little patch of highway so far. 3/4 of a mile used to be completely covered just like this. Absolutely jam-packed as much as possible with graffiti. Fuck! It's all good, it's all good. How you doing, Sammy? How you doing, Sammy? I told you I would deliver and I delivered. I was way off track though, but I got to do some fun bushwhacking and I made it out of there, no problem. I would have loved to take you guys along for my bushwhacking, but my battery was too low on my phone. Sometimes that's just how it is. Now I wonder how you'd even start metal detecting out here. This is all new dirt, you know? I don't think you'd really find much. Hey. No, I say hello to you. No takebacks. But we're still here, guys. Still here in Centralia. Finishing up the trip here. Had to take a stop here at this Graffiti Highway. I don't know if anybody wants to see this. This is what it used to be like. So what you're looking at above is what it used to be like. And what we're looking at now is where it is right now. Did I get the flashlight? Yeah, I got it somewhere in my bag. Now, if I can get lost on this trail, I don't deserve to be hiking. This is a straight line and it's all big giant piles of dirt. So I'm probably, last light should be around 6:30. So I'm not gonna run out of daylight and I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that right now, actually. Where is everybody? I mean, not everybody. I mean, I'm glad you're here. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the algorithm. I wanted to try the pro camera setting and see if I can try again with this maximum brightness. Oh no. There we go. See, that's what it looks more like to me right now. So, in future night hikes, we will have a much better picture. I'm kicking myself up and down the street because of me not knowing that, but it is what it is, and it's going to be better now. Hey, what's up, Melody? How are you? How was your day, my dear? So this is what I was talking about. I've shown some pictures before where they just dumped these piles and they were a little bit more separate. And now it seems like they've kind of melded together, probably with heavy rain and puddles and everything like that. But clearly people still come out here and they still graffiti the rocks and the trees all around. You know, there's endless graffiti on the trees as well. It's still kind of an interesting hike, you know. It's worth checking out. Make sure you tap that like button. Let's get this bonus stream off to a good start, guys. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday. What did everybody do Saturday so far? What's on the menu? Are you guys still eating candy? Still eating that candy? Ooh! I just stepped in some sludge, buddy. Sludgy sludge. That's okay though. That's okay. So this thing goes for 3/4 of a mile at least. So you can see work. Ha. Oh man, you gotta get a load of this one. Check out this cryptic message. If this doesn't work, podcast. Or maybe it's the name of the podcast. Maybe the podcast is called If This Doesn't Work Podcast. Everybody go subscribe to If This Doesn't Work Podcast. So you look at this. You can see along the side here. This is some evidence of the old road. Nah. Okay. And this highway was actually very easy to find once I learned how to read a map a little better. Actually, what I ended up doing is I turned my map to view terrain. I turned Google Maps to terrain mode, and I was able to easily spot the dirt-covered highway immediately. But it wasn't on the map otherwise. There was no actual trail on the map. But once you turn it to the image, the Google Earth image, you can see it immediately. So I felt pretty smart for doing that, but then I also felt pretty dumb for not doing it before. So it evens out. It evens out at the end of the day, guys. You should metal detect the area for old coins. Well, I mean, there's dirt, maybe off to the side or something. There's dirt and then there's old asphalt. So all this dirt is like brand new. So I don't know if there would be old coins. I feel like there wouldn't be anything new. I feel like there wouldn't be anything old under this dirt. That's kind of cool. I like the color scheme. I like the color choices. Oh, we're back. Welcome back, Lukeland. We are back. We are on the Graffiti Highway. This is actually getting kind of cool. This was originally just big, isolated piles of dirt. I'm going to keep that image up of what it used to look like. They really came in and absolutely ruined it. I mean, it was literally like, I was almost a national treasure, you know, for a while. Thousands of people came by to see this highway every year for sure. Thousands of people actually wrote on it too. They tagged it, they commemorated it, they wrote penis on it. They wrote big boobs, they drew big boobs. Some people drew some really elaborate, beautiful graffiti. And yeah, they used COVID as an excuse to come out and dump dirt all over it because people weren't social distancing on Graffiti Highway. Literally the story. I wish, oh, not long. You didn't miss much at all. I've only been going for less than 10 minutes, Julian. So we are all good. And we've got a good hour. We've got a good hour of sunlight left. I know it looks like it's getting a little bit dark. But yeah, right on the edges so far is the best place you can see it. There's a cool old eyeball. Who knows, maybe that's 20 years old or 30 years old. I like it. Everybody make sure you tap that button, tap that like, please. Try to get this stream going. Let's make it a good one. But this happened about maybe almost 4 years ago now, when they decided to destroy this national treasure of a highway. I do have some other pictures I can bring up later, but that's a good enough one for now. The entire thing, the entire 3/4 of a mile looks like the picture above. And now it looks like a bunch of dirt. And it's pretty sad. But, you know, I'm just giving everybody an update. You know, there's not a lot of new videos out there that show the current state of the highway. So, hope you enjoy this little come along, little ride along. Yeah, and I can see a lot of coal here, so they're definitely digging up dirt from the surrounding area and placing it here. That's some straight up coal right there, guys. You could burn that. You can burn that. All right. Enough of that. Really nice in the background there. You know, I have the camera a little bit too bright, it seems. Manual auto. Okay, we're gonna go auto for now. Handles the sunlight a little better. But yeah, just it's a beautiful view in the distance too. So it makes this highway still worth walking on, just to check in the current state and also just see some beautiful nature. Oh boy, here we go. Ooh. All right. But I'm hoping to come across some bigger exposed areas. Maybe a lot to ask for now. I don't know how long. It seems like people have been spreading out the dirt. I don't know if this all happened naturally, but maybe that's how it works. Maybe they dump large piles and they let the rain naturally combine everything together. Could be a thing. They leave it nice and loose. But I have a feeling somebody's been. And what are you going to do? Like, how are you going to bring equipment out here to actually spread the dirt out, you know? Going to do it by hand? I don't know. Doesn't sound fun to me. You see pictures, you can see pictures of the trucks that are doing it. They're big dump trucks. They brought out, what I heard was like 400 full truckloads of dirt to do this highway. That's the rough estimate that I heard. And wow, what an amazing thing to dedicate lots of resources to, you know? I'm sure sometime 20 years from now, 10 tons, well, that's a lot of money. Yeah, but you gotta, the entire point was to make it undrivable. So you have to lay the dirt, you have to bring the dirt in, drop it, and then you're kind of painting yourself out, you know? You're painting yourself out of the room. So I guess, bulldozers can drive on it for sure. If you get a small enough one, I guess you could get out here. I don't know what these tracks are. That may very well be what this is. Can you imagine driving a fucking $15,000 machine up and down these things? That'd be a little bit nail biting for me. I guess you're not gonna like fall off a cliff, but still. But still. But it's cool. It's a cool site. I'm digging it. Oh, there's some more highway over here. There's some expose. We're gonna see what's left in here. If you guys are just joining us, this is Graffiti Highway, or what's left of it, in Centralia, Pennsylvania. Once a very famous destination for all kinds of people. We got a Pac-Man ghost right there. This is just a little bit of the highway that's left. You can see the image above, what it used to look like. It looked like that for a full 3/4 of a mile. There was also a lot of really cool fissures in the asphalt from when the coal first started burning. Or 20 years after it started burning, but it started to split up the roads, steam escaping, smoke escaping. But this is what it looks like now. And yeah, this is just the most current year look at Centralia that I think you're gonna get. Since I'm here right now and nobody else is, I must be the most recent, right? I must be. How can anybody be more recent than me? But we're gonna walk it for a little while. We do hikes on this channel. We do a daily live hike, usually around Philadelphia, but we've been in Centralia, Pennsylvania for the last couple of days. If you want to see a couple of cool streams, check out the previous ones. And welcome everybody. What's up, Botanically Enhanced? I love your fucking name. Botanically Enhanced. That's pretty cool. What are you doing? What are you up to? What did you say? Oh man, it sucks they covered it. I know. You got to see it as it used to be. That's really cool. Yeah. I keep saying this on the trip, that it used to be. I definitely missed, I've been in Pennsylvania. I've been in Pennsylvania for like 9 years. I could have definitely seen it as it used to be. What a shame. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. You can still see. You can still see it if you want to look it up. What is that? 3.6. I'm sure I'll find some 6.7s out here. Oh, there's a hard R. We have a hard R alert, everybody. Hard R alert. And here's a little bit. You can see kind of the different levels here. This must have been when they tried to patch it. They tried to do a lot of patching and repairing, but the repairs would never last. They wouldn't last for more than, I don't know, like a month at the most. But they would immediately start to crack and fissure again. And so they eventually rerouted this portion of Highway 61, lovingly named Graffiti Highway. That's kind of cool. We got some Americana here, or maybe they were going for stars in the sky, but I guess that's also what our flag is going for, right? Yeah, I never thought about that. I guess our flag, American flag, must be partially motivated by like the night sky, right? I mean, I know they come up with all sorts of justifications after the fact for what the colors mean, but you know, stars against a sky would make sense. You know, maybe on some level, maybe somebody thought of that at first, and then they were like, no, it's because the blue is the color of my loyalty to the nation. It's like, no, I just did that because it was the sky. What is this guy talking about? But I know, I'm just poking fun at the idea. Oh, cool. So we got some highway here. See, this is more of what I was hoping to expect out here. There used to be a cool pyramid head guy at the head. Oh yeah. Well, there is definitely no more head of the highway botanically. If they will let me, I will level it up with your money, with my money, not my money. Yeah, I know. I was about to say that, Sammy. I was about to say, I'm sure in like 20 years, there'll be some revival where they're like, we gotta go restore Graffiti Highway. We only need $28 million. It's gonna take us 7 years. And you just know that's coming. You just know that's coming. All right, so here's a little look back at where we came from. Those are the piles. It's getting drier and drier, so maybe it really was like a flood zone that I was in. We see more and more of the highway exposed here, so that's kind of cool, guys. Are the cracks still warm? That's a fantastic question. I wasn't even thinking about it. I'll have to find some cracks, but it is a cool day. It's a cool day, so I should be able to feel. Yeah, I've got to find some actual cracks. Anybody know where I can get some crack out here? Anybody know where I can get some cracks? This is really cool. Look at this median hump. Look at the hump. Hey guys, look at this. We still got some intact artwork. That's pretty cool. See, this whole thing used to be like this. What a sight that must have been to behold back in the day. I'm very jealous botanically. But yeah, if you can give me some advice about where to try and find some warmth. I'm feeling. Hey, look, guys. It's smoking. I'm just kidding. I'm just vaping. Yeah, I'll just try to find some big cracks. It looks like I'll have some opportunity to look for some cracks. That's cool. It's a little bit breezy today, so on the off chance that there is like a snowball's chance in hell that there's some steam coming up, I probably won't even be able to see it. It'll just get whisked away. Whisked away like something getting whisked is what they used to say. Big ass lift. There's a section there that's like 4 foot. Oh, really? All right, I'll keep an eye out. Yeah, it seemed to be. Yeah, I'm so glad I kept going because I thought it was going to be the same the whole way. But yeah, we still got some stuff to see here, guys. After you lost your people. Wait, after you lost your people. All right. I can't read the rest. Should have used better quality paint, mother fudger. That's kind of cool. There was something cool over there, but it looks like it's all stained up now. Hey, look, stacked rocks, people, stacked rocks. We got stacked rocks. Fleckus would not approve. Fleckus would not approve of these stacked rocks, but I'm a little bit more compassionate than Fleckus. So I'm gonna leave it alone. That's right. I just don't have it in me. I don't have the strength to do what needs to be done. I don't have the strength inside me. Hey, that's cool, Captain America. We got Captain America. Probably what, 2019. 2025, that's cool. 2020. People still coming out here, guys. Welcome everybody, welcome. Not really a nature trail, so no big deal. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. You know what? I'll see how I feel on the way back. Maybe there's still time. Maybe there's still time to do some destruction of hippie concepts and ideals. Okay. Oh, cool. So this is just, I mean, yeah, I've still got plenty to travel. Still plenty to see here. I was hoping I would see at least one penis. Good. Oh man, that's a relief. We can cross penis off the list. That's like a hairy penis monster snake. That's like Nessie. Ooh, bonus penis. Wasn't expecting bonus penis. That's what she said. That's kind of cool. Somebody's painting the hill. Cool. Maybe I'll find somebody living out here. Who knows? Yeah, I never know. I've seen a lot of people checking out Centralia today. There's been lots of people parking and checking things out. There is a little nature trail over there. I'm sure it runs along it. So that's cool. Yeah, I would have just liked to walk down this desolate highway like at night with a big spotlight or something. That would have been fun. That would have been just delightful. They've left like little galleries on the sides of some of the best. They left galleries of some of the best penises. And don't forget the word but. We got the word but not. Oh, I won't say it out loud, but you can read it to yourselves. What's over the rail to the left? You know, I think you can still see Highway 61 at this distance. But this is the old Highway 61, and it was rerouted, I think, to that one. You can't really see it, but you can kind of hear the cars over there. So, yeah, that's all that's over there. I know I've mainly been just going where all the paint is, so it has not brought me to this side very often. We still got some old road here, people. Still got some old road. Seems like they really kind of gave up with all the dirt. You can kind of see them slowly lose their steam here. maybe they're just having a bad day for this 30 feet. I don't want to drop another goddamn pile of dirt up here. Maybe they're hungover. You never know. Very cool. Ashland, the town over, is going to eventually get affected by the mine fires too. You know, those thoughts have been in my head ever since I've been in town. Like the fact, not about Ashland specifically, but it's like, it's still moving, right? It's still going. So eventually it's going to migrate. How freaking far is it going to migrate? I have not, do you think, is that something that I can read about, botanical? Is that something people are saying? Because it's like, theoretically, that's what I was thinking, for sure. Don't hurt my art. And look, somebody put fart with a heart next to it. There's so much contained right there. There's so much contained right there in that simple little piece. And that's maybe a giant penis man. That's okay. Because not only did that person make a joke and change art into fart, but he also reached out and left a heart to let the person know that he was joking and that he loves him. But also, heart also rhymes with art and fart. It's just perfect. It's very perfect. Bravo. Bravo. If you're watching right now, if you're the person that did that, bravo. Okay. Cool. Man, keeps going and going. Nice. I bet you that some of the absolute best stuff is underneath the dirt, though. That's what kind of pisses me off. Like they left some of the stuff out, but I know they were probably targeting certain things. And I bet you that they covered up some really elaborate work. Oh, we got another hard R, people. We got another hard R. Oh, this is kind of a cool concept here. We got brightly colored spots with symbols inside them. I don't recognize those symbols. I bet you that they are, it kind of strikes me as like Arabic in origin, if not the actual symbols, just maybe just some icons. I don't know. This is kind of cool here too, guys. Cart, very well contributed, Sammy. Cart, yes. That was very smart of you, Sammy. But I don't want to start a situation where everyone's trying to rhyme. I ran out. There's plenty more. Some of them just don't, they don't flow as well. Like Bart. And Shart. Shart's a good one. Shart's a good one. It's kind of cheating a little bit, but all's fair in love and war. Oh, you talked to one of the residents when you were there, one of the 8. Well, that's funny, one of the 8. It's funny that you used that number. The last video that I watched on it was pretty recent, and some people were saying that there were 4, and some people were saying that there were 8 in the same video. Oh, what's this? Wow. That's kind of cool. I wonder what that is. What do you think that is? Maybe part of an old light or something? It's metal. Nope. I think it's actually plastic. Maybe it's aluminum. I don't know. My freaking fingers are falling asleep. Let's see. Get a little scraping test here. Yeah, that's plastic. I don't know. I wonder what it is. I wonder what will happen. All good in the hood. Hope I still have some signal out here. Michelle. Michelle, you are valid. You are being seen right now, Michelle. Or Michael. Shit. Sorry, Michael. Arrow. Arrow. A little bit more over there. Probably nothing worth seeing, but might as well look, right? Honey bunny. Hey, honey bunny. I think we have, okay, we have a set of trees over there. I don't know if you can quite make this out from here, but it says, eat anal. That's always encouraging. It's important to have goals. I know. I'm not judging anybody. Not judging anybody. All right, so these piles get a little more consistent up here, looks like. And we might lose the sun a little bit over those trees though. So that is cool. That is cool. Got some nice nature to look at too. It's not just apocalypse here. Trees are in full swing right now. Very beautiful. They're in transition. The trees are transitioning right now. Hey, boobies! Speak of the devil. Oh, those are spiral boobies. Those are infinite boobies. And welcome, yeah, welcome everybody. Hope you're all enjoying this. If you're just joining us, this is Centralia, Pennsylvania. This is the famous Graffiti Highway. The current state of it. About 3 to 4 years ago, they dumped a bunch of dirt all over it and ruined it. But I just came here to see what we can see and show you, so you don't have to if you don't want to. And this video, actually, this video might actually have some replay value, since people do want to know what it looks like. So maybe I'll give it a little more attention than normal. Trying to get it promoted a little bit. It's a beautiful time of day, beautiful time of year, though. The story goes during COVID, people were coming out here more often, and there were large crowds of people out here, and the locals were scared that they were going to be spreading COVID because they weren't social distancing out here. And so they used it as an excuse to come dump dirt all over everything. That is the actual stupid story. There's a lot of people say, oh, they dug it up. A lot of people say they buried it. I mean, people come up with all sorts of reasons. Oh, it was dangerous. They said it was dangerous and it was cracked, so they had to cover it up. No, it's all because of COVID. It's actually dumber than any story that's out there. The truth is dumber than any other story. The circular thing, it was in the middle of the black guy's forehead. Oh, what, the plastic thing? I must have missed the forest for the trees there. Oh man. All right, so here's some motors nearby. This is a little more wide open area, nice. Still got some evidence of the former glory here. Yep, somebody just letting you know what's going on. In case you're wondering, that's what he's talking about right there. Sometimes you have to add some context here, people. This is pretty interesting. What up, Brandon? Shout out, Brandon. Shout out, Alyssa and Jennifer. Please like and subscribe, Brandon and Alyssa, if you're out there. That's cool. I like a good Frankenstein face, or whatever the hell that is. Nice. I really like this medium. They don't make it like they used to. They don't make these things anymore. I don't know. Maybe they do. I don't see them. So they don't exist. That's how it goes. I might be coming pretty close to the end. And I'll be walking back. I'll decide whether or not we can, we might as well keep it going. It's pretty short. Pretty short here. There's some of the old highway still. Hey, how you doing, Olena Curlyland. Welcome to Curlyland. That's pretty nice. All right, look at that. I must have had some company last night. You guys think it's a bomb? Am I in danger? This is probably just more dumping. This is just illegal dumping. Who knows? Maybe they had a brother or sister or something. They'd leave a pumpkin out here for him or something like that. Or something. Yeah, I feel the same way, Elena, about this place. I feel the same way on the inside. But it's still kind of cool to look at. So if you were wondering what the current state, now you know. I'm going to walk back through because I have to go back to my car anyway. So why not? This appears to be the entrance. I've seen this area in videos before. So now I know where they were standing. Would have been super easy for me to just park over there. And that looks like a cool trail over there. I'm not going to go hiking tonight, but I'll be back at some point in the future. Maybe I'll join up with what's this? Let's go look at this. Let's go find out what this is. I'm guessing it's a sign. Oh, nope. That is a big slab of concrete. That is a big slab of concrete and metal. That's crazy. It's like the size of a diner sign, but it's solid concrete. Yeah, it must have been a medium, some sort of curb from the area. Maybe with some electrical or some lighting or something. Oh, I'm stepping on pumpkins. Ugh, gross. Gross. See all the pumpkins? Very cool, very cool. Got one more message for everybody. No steam for us. Oh. Yeah, well, that's what they say. They say it's very rare on the highway, but it still happens. But I still can try to look for some cracks. I kind of lost track of that goal when I was walking. Maybe there's some steam over there. Maybe there's some steam over there. Nah, okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna get walking back, guys. Gonna get walking back. That is perfect. It took me about 35 minutes to walk here, so that's exactly as long as I wanted to be on. About an hour. So we'll head on back here. Maybe I can find some cracks over here. I bet you that they dumped dirt right on the cracks. If I had to guess, they probably dumped it right on the damn cracks. Intentionally. Bastards. Maybe I'll run into somebody on the way back. This little side strip. I don't necessarily, well, I can go check it out. This is the Graffiti Highway in Centralia, and what's left of it. Still a little bit to see here, but this is how it looks in 2025, the year of our Lord, Donald Trump. Just making sure y'all are paying attention. Just wanted to see what's going on up here. Unless I don't think that the ground erupted, and I don't think that there was any lava happening here. So this must have been a structure up here or something. There's asphalt up here for some reason. The road to nowhere. Ow. That was a sharp rock. So we have old graffiti and some new graffiti, as you might expect. As you get farther down into the town. Hey, is that chalk? No, check it out. Oh, that's a keeper, guys. I got an actually spray painted Centralia bullet casing from a 9mm. That's going in the pocket. Look at that. A two-toned bullet casing fired at something. They got spray painted somehow. What a good find. I'm the only one on earth who has one of those. How much? We'll start the bidding at $200. Who wants it? Slav Ukraine. What up, Ducky? Pew, 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 pew. We found the highway, Ducky. Found the graffiti highway, and it's in bad shape, but it's still something to look at. It's still interesting. You can tell what was here. You can tell what was lost. You can tell how many crudely drawn pictures of penises were lost. There's only 10% of the penises left on this highway. It's a damn shame. It's a tragedy, really. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Yeah. I see. Yep, who knows? Maybe that was the reason. But it really looks like it was just laying across the area where somebody painted two tones, like, perfectly. How would they split that color on a single billet casing? It was just laying on the ground. Who knows? Maybe it's part of a bigger message or something. See, now I'm worried that I'm missing all sorts of cool things. How many bullet casings are around this place? T-side train spotting. What's up? Hey, this is America. This is Pennsylvania, small town called Centralia, and this was the formerly very famous graffiti highway in Centralia, Pennsylvania. If you don't know about Centralia, they were a mining town during the mine boom, and in 1960, a fire started accidentally underneath the ground in the old coal mines, and it has been burning ever since. It's been burning for about 70 years, and there's enough fuel down there to burn for another 250 years. But the whole town started to experience problems with toxic gases and land, what do you call them? not landfills. Man, I got a brain bug. What is it? Landfalls, holes, sudden gaping, flaming holes to hell. Yeah, I don't know why I can't think of it. I don't know why I can't think of it. I've been saying it all week. But yeah, it's still burning. It's still burning, and it'll continue to burn for another 200 or so years, they say. It was like one of the biggest anthracite coal mines or veins in America, and they lit it on fire, and it was impossible to stop because they couldn't get down low enough underground to stop it. So it just continues to burn. But this was a highway that was heavily damaged from all the underground fires and steam coming out, because yeah, the whole town was opening up left and right, like with sinkholes. As the ground would become degraded around the town from the coal burning away, it would cause collapses underground, which would then result in sinkholes that would happen above ground. Sometimes one of the most famous examples, a kid was playing in his backyard, and a 4-foot wide, 150-foot deep, flaming sinkhole opened up in his backyard. He fell down inside it, but he managed to barely catch himself on a tree root, and his brother was able to come pull him to safety. But it was a long way down, and there was nothing but flames at the bottom, you know, and carbon monoxide. So it's pretty crazy. This stretch of highway had to be abandoned and rerouted because of all the damage that was occurring to the town. How do people know it's still burning? That's a great question. Up until, I mean, for decades and decades, there was smoke and steam coming out of the ground everywhere. That's part of the reason that people knew that it was burning. But you can still find areas. I actually went to one last night. You can check it out. And I'm gonna upload some new footage actually. But as of last night, I have video evidence that it's still burning. And this morning, actually, these natural vents that have eventually developed in the ground, where groundwater seeps down all the way to the burning mines and begins to steam, and then the steam finds its way out. And so all these natural vents have been established where steam is just pouring out all the time. Sometimes it's more intense, sometimes it's less intense. These are all things that I was wondering as well. Like with all the new drones they have, little like subterranean excavation or exploration drones. I'm sure they could, but at this point, the fire has spread so deep into the natural veins. The fire has spread into areas where there aren't even any mines. Like there's a big network of mines underneath the town. I'm not sure exactly how big, depends on what pictures you look at. But the fire has spread so deep and so far that it's far away from any side access now. It's just being fed. They could probably close off the air supply, but I don't even know if that's possible, you know? You never know where else air is coming from. But also another good point is in the winter. In the winter, you can still see areas where the snow does not stay snow, you know? The ground's too hot, or there's some vent or steam coming up somewhere that's just like melting the snow. So yeah, so there are all sorts of areas around town where snow does not stay frozen. So you know. Well, you used to be able to see snow on this highway. Smoke or steam on this highway, but I have a feeling that they covered up those cracks. I don't know about this highway, but there's an area nearby where I visited last night and this morning where there's plenty of steam still coming out. Very comfortable to stand next to on a cold day. Very warm, lots of steam. And it's weird that all the plants around, I don't think I have an actual picture. I might have a picture. Let's check it out. I got a lot of other pictures, but I think I mainly took videos. And my videos are too high quality to show here. They're not compatible with my software. I wish I could do this one. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, I can't show you any of my videos right now. That's okay. Just take my word for it. Well, you know, I'm not gonna be stopping there again. I'm definitely gonna post some shorts about it. I'm gonna post a couple of shorts. If you do wanna check the channel out, it'll be all my most recent shorts will be Centralia. So, but yeah, I wish there was a way I could like convert the video right now and make it watchable. But that would just be me standing in the middle of this road for like a minute and a half figuring it out. But yeah, that's a good point. I got to get that figured out. So it's getting into that area where it's a little more sloppy mud. Clearly, there's some areas here where the water kind of flows through like like overflow. Now, here we go. That's cool. Oh, I never noticed that was a large badge. Engine number 5. It must be fire department in town, maybe. There's still an active quote unquote active fire department in town. We'll see here. Hey, I just want to give you guys a little bit of a heads up here. Check out Fleckus Talks, the podcast, the best news podcast of all time. All right, that's all good. That's all I needed to do. That's all I needed to do. This is cool. Oh, you see a show sometimes? Yeah. That show is pretty funny. It's kind of become one of my new favorites, if I'm being honest. What is going on here? Oh no. Oh no. It's okay. Oh no, what happened? Oh, how awful. Oh no. That's terrible. Oh no. Is it amazing? Yeah. Yep. That's one of those guilty pleasures, Ducky. You gotta be careful who you share that with, if you care about that kind of thing. You maybe you don't share it with your boss. You know, maybe you don't share it with your boss. Maybe share it with your best friend. Oh, there we go. That's the stuff. You know that episode of Futurama where Bender gets hooked on basically gets hooked on like electric meth. I feel like that right now because my Salty Cracker, I'll have to check him out. SO90 sad. I don't know what that means, but I share your pain, Sammy. I share your pain. I have my vape. My vape just ran out, so I had to plug into a wire to hit it. I was like, oh yeah, that's some good electric meth right there. I forget what they called it in the show, like jump or something. That show is great. That show is so good. I know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Ducky, but that's still the mentality. That's still the mentality that I have to live by sometimes. Just not sharing it with everybody. Not sharing it with everybody. Just the ones that matter. Just the important peeps. Which is why I shared it with all of you. So I shared it with all of you. Fleckus Talks the podcast. Because words are just words until action actually starts. Sometimes words speak louder than actions. And other times actions speak louder than words because sometimes it's the right thing to do. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. So now we're getting into the big. This is when they had a lot of motivation. They were really pumped to get this dirt job done for the first half of it. And then towards the end, they're like, oh, when is this fucking job going to be over? What if we just started doing 3 in a row every 30 feet? How about that? We can do that. Clocks go back tonight. Cool. Thank you for telling me. I don't know if you know about this, Sammy. Oh, CDG. Sorry. I don't know if you know about this, Cam, but my phone does all that for me. And on that note, I think all the clocks in my house are also hooked up to the government spy agencies. So they all do that for me too. My computer does that for me. The only thing that wouldn't do that for me would be my truck, but that radio hasn't worked for years. So that's not a problem either. So everybody else with your analog clocks and your watches and your pocket watches and all that shit, clocks go back tomorrow. Yeah, not much going on here. This is the part of the trail that's closest to the town. In fact, if I walk out the end of this trail, I'll be like right on the highway, facing straight into Centralia. I will. I'll check out Salty Cracker though. I will. I've got a long drive home. I can check it out on the way home. Teesside. I thought I already went over this. So the most credible story that I've read so far is that a few years ago, during the height of COVID, people started noticing that more and more people were coming out here to hang out, and there was some nervousness that these people that are hanging out outdoors in the sun were going to be spreading too much COVID. So that's the excuse that they use to finally pull the trigger on covering up this gigantic piece of history and artwork in Pennsylvania. So they use COVID as an excuse in order to go through with the plans that they had all along, which was to cover this shit up. I mean, I doubt they were really so concerned about a super spreader event in a ghost town, you know, in a ghost town with 4 residents. So that's the story. That's how the story goes. Really stupid. If you look up some old pictures of it. Oh, wait. Haven't you been here? No, that was somebody else. Sorry. That was Botanical. Hey, Linda, what's up? Sorry I missed you, dog. At least it's not dark yet. I know, right? I'll be back. I'll be back before it's dark. Any gray poupon? I missed all these texts. I'm so sorry, guys. Sometimes it just like dumps a bunch of texts on me at once, too. I am alive. Hey, you're alive, too. Hey, Robin, man. So, you may have noticed that you had an extra person in your room, in your chat room last night that wasn't saying anything. That's because I tuned in just in time to watch you start your ceremony, and I was laying in bed and I just fell asleep. So I didn't actually say what's up, but I watched you do your setup. I was watching you do your setup and everything last night. So how'd that go? Did you are you with us right now? Are you the same Robin right now? Or is a certain part of you missing? Mm-hmm. And yes, Frank, it is very. Oh, he never showed up. Ah, well, you know, I guess. And maybe it's the wrong beer. Maybe he's more of a cider guy. Maybe he's more of a cider guy. You never know. Like a strong cider. Like a crisp, bitter cider. Yeah. I mean, that's what I would have gone with. No. Yeah, that's cool though. That was very spooky. That's very topical. A topical thing to do. I'm sorry you didn't get what you wanted. I'm sure it would have been a fantastic wish. I'm sure it would have been the biggest wish, the best wish. The best, some would say. We're not that great. There's some paint. Welcome, everybody. Uh-oh. Whoa. Well, if you did bring something with you, then make sure that make sure it leaves a like also. You double tap that screen, and whatever you brought with you, double tap that screen. And also make sure to subscribe. Just get those numbers up, people. Oh. Yeah, Ferenc. Wait, Ferenc. Sorry, Ferenc. Frank Sabo. We were talking about that. We were thinking about that. I think probably one day in the next 10 years, there's going to be some big campaign to come restore the highway. You know, wouldn't that be interesting? If they removed all the dirt and then they had to bring in artists to try to recreate the graffiti that was there. You know, like they're restoring an old painting. And you got some lady just working overtime trying to recreate that crudely drawn penis. Hey, look at this. This is funny. You'll like this, guys. If this doesn't work, podcast. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh no. I think I'm losing battery life here, guys. Hold on. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. Just me. I'm just the one who's going to panic. There we go. Stephen Chow. Who's Stephen Chow? Oh, there we go. Okay, mic is connected again. The dirt will stay safe there. Yeah, they're just storing the dirt here. That's all. It was all a big scam. It was all a big scheme to just store this dirt. But it is. I mean, it's irreparably damaged. It would never be able to be gotten back to normal, even if they cleared all the dirt out. Huh. Interesting. I thought there was some electrical work over there. I don't think so, though. We got some people coming up. Some other fellow explorers. Fellow explorers of the strange, dark, and mysterious. And there's not a lot of highway showing from here on. There's a couple of small patches, but everyone has taken to just doing new graffiti on the rocks, as you can see. Oh, nice, Linda. Yeah. Well, at least somebody was helped. Yes. I mean, I would have never known. That's what my phone has done to me. I'll remind these people that they need to set their clocks back. I'll be like, nerd, you freaking nerd. Oh, he was a million. Okay, yeah, I feel like I have heard that story. I feel like I have heard of that, yeah. Was he a millionaire beforehand or afterwards? He hitchhiked across America and he was a millionaire. Yes. Okay. Yes, I remember now. Freaking millionaire Cho's coming in our country and taking our hitchhiking spots. This is America, goddammit. Hello. Hi. He painted the Facebook building. Whoa. This guy's lived a very interesting life. This guy's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. What does that mean? He painted it? He like designed the paint for it? Or he did a big mural or something? Buck. Elena. Hello, Elena. Ooh. We have a Japanese visitor too. Look at that. We got people visiting from all over the world, even from Japan. Get it? Get it? Get the joke? Get it? Boom. All right, you guys don't laugh. Stop laughing so hard, guys. It wasn't that funny. It was very clever, but it wasn't that funny. Just relax. Just relax, guys. Just relax. Cash Carter, baby. So we are coming to the end here, guys. This was a wonderfully lovely journey. Hope you guys got out of it what I got out of it. I'm probably going to try and actually post this video and drive some traffic to it, because it might be something that people actually want to see, like an update. Like, what does it look like right now? I don't live anywhere near Pennsylvania, so So yeah, so maybe I'll spend some time on this one. This really caps off the trip though. I'm glad I didn't leave empty-handed here. Actually, I got that bullet casing that's painted with authentic Centralia spray paint. One of a kind, only one in the world. Whew. Let's see here, in case you guys missed that earlier. Oh, he did all the art on, oh, okay. Tried to spell Yamaha on the rock. Yes, but they failed. No, they wrote Yo Mama. Yeah, I found this bullet casing in the middle of some graffiti. And it was nice and painted. 9mm. That's going in the chest of curiosities. That's where I staple things to my chest that I find around the world. It heals over pretty fast. It heals up pretty fast, don't worry. All right, now I gotta make sure my car hasn't been towed. So this is the head of Centralia right here, guys. You ever watch Discover Connections? That's Bradley from Halifax, NFL. Discover Connections? No. I think the government with Fauci should restore the road. Ha! Woo, you made me LOL, Frank. That's pretty funny. That's a good one, yeah. Yeah, I'll get right on that. Right when he gets out of jail, right? First thing he does when he gets out of jail. Nah, he's probably on an island right now. He's probably on an island right now, living out his heart's desires and fantasies with some 11-year-old boys or something. And I guess maybe some beagles. Maybe some beagles are there for some reason. I don't know. He seems to be into that. Seems to be into beagles. So this is Centralia. This is Centralia during the day. I'm walking back to my car right now. You gave me a ticket. Damn it, Sammy. We talked about this. Sammy. You're supposed to be my friend. You're supposed to be my ally. Here's a cemetery. It is private property. There are 2 other cemeteries here that you can walk around in. And one of them is actually over there. That's where I started my trip last night. If you can't wait and you really want to see some of the steaming vents, and I think it's like maybe 30 minutes in or around 35. Did I get close? My entity did that. Oh boy. Now, oh yeah, right, you do have entities. An astral projector back in the day. You know, like the movie with George Clooney. So he mastered astral projection and actually duplication of his entities. So he gets around. He can be pretty much anywhere. God, why can't I think of what that's called? I've got to be able to find my car. It'd take me like 30 minutes to walk every street in this town. So I'm definitely going to find it. But I haven't had a nice long day of hiking like this in a little while. I feel a lot better. Okay, so the car's still there. The car is still there, people. It is a glorious day. And the secret to that is that I don't plan at all. So how could things possibly turn out how I planned? Look at these boobies. Look at these tree boobies. Nope. Somebody should come back and carve those into boobies. Sorry if I lost all you guys. Granning 2025. All right. Brown 2022. Fuck Allie. I know, what a bitch. Fuck that bitch. Where's Potty? Man, this person was in real trouble. You gotta be pretty desperate to ask future residents 10 years away. That's kind of a cool. More spooky ghosts, spooky teddy bear. I wonder if Dan still loves Denise. It was 2025, so hopefully. Best of luck to you, Dan and Denise, if you're watching. What up, J-Mo? What up, Scott? Scott was here, 2025. Lots of 2025s out here. Centralia is making a comeback. It's trending. Centralia is trending in graffiti. Look at that. Look at that. Cool. Well, I'm glad to hear. I know. I had it pretty good. I had it pretty lucky. Oh, look at that. That's pretty encouraging. Everybody, look. Your story is not over yet. Okay. Your story is not over yet. That's true. Okay. That's very true. Words to live by. This is fun. This kind of reminds me of like if you had like a big like block party or something, and everybody did the street with chalk, except for it's all penises. Look at that. Look at that. I bet that's freaking alley, bitch. Brenda, 2023. Another 2025. What is this stuff? Weird plant. I keep seeing this. Cool. No tickets. No tickets. Got some people here. Maybe they're stopping. I'm currently a Centralia. I'm a new Centralia expert, so maybe if they have a question, I can answer it for them. She's probably like, ask him for directions. And he's like, I don't need directions. I'm a man. I'm following my gut. And that's how I did. That's how I did it. That's how I did it. I mean, I got lost like 25 times, but you know, gotta trust the process, people. Trust the process. Hi, 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 hi. Hi to Sammy. All right, guys. Time to get serious here. Not getting serious here. End of our Centralia trip. Thank you guys for hanging out with me as long as you did. I don't know if I lost all my new people that I was just talking to, but if you would like to see more hikes around Philadelphia and Pennsylvania, please sub. If you liked this today, please leave a like. Double tap that screen. And Linda, it was good to see you again. It was good to see you again. You still with us? This is pretty interesting. This is a pretty interesting trip. Every single thing that I read online said, don't bother coming out. It's not worth it. It's very, very underwhelming. There's nothing to see. Blah, blah, blah. I think there's plenty to see here. I think there's plenty to see. As long as you carry the right context in your head, I think there's plenty to see. And it was all interesting. Even the highway that was bowled over. That was pretty interesting. I had a good time. So if you guys can still hear me, yeah, please have a good rest of the weekend. I'm going to have a long drive ahead of me, so I'm going to be home late, distantly earlier, because I don't want to stop streaming, but I can't keep doing it at like 9. So anyway, it's just going to have to work. It's just going to have to work. Hi, Linda. Hi. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I got to say. It was my pleasure hanging out with you guys. Thank you very much. Greasy grub to eat and put that in my belly for the ride home. I'm going to check out, what was it called? I have to look up here. Hold on. Wop, 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 wop. Ducky, I'm looking for your recommendation. Hold on. I know you said it around here. I know you said it around here. I'll be right back with you guys. Hold on. Oh yeah, there you go. Salty cracker. Okay. Well, yeah. So everybody, Linda, Sammy, Cam, if you're still there, Melody, if you're there in the background somewhere. I only see 2